Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals. I am happy you are here with me today. Thank you for joining me. Today is the fourth installment on my Create With Me tutorial series on making a ring-bound journal. And I wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to be with me. I really appreciate it, and you guys are just wonderful. And so thank you so much. So as you recall, we are using Tattle Tales of Cupid as inspiration for our ring-bound journal. And if you haven't seen the videos leading up to this, go ahead and check those out. It's so fun to see this journal come together, and I'm super excited about it. So like I said in the last video, what we're going to focus on today is using some fabric and maybe some crochet doilies and lace, kind of putting some embellishments and some really feminine, pretty effects onto your pages. So let's get right into it, you guys. Oh, I'm super excited. So here is the front and the back from our deconstructed book. And what I want to do is use some tapestry. Now, you don't have to use tapestry fabric. I've just found that for this particular application, what we're going to use today, a thicker fabric works better rather than, a satin or a silky fabric. To me, you need something with a little more weight to it. So just keep that in mind when you're creating what we're going to do today. So here is the front and the back cover. As you guys can tell, I love this. I did add a belly band onto the interior of the cover there. And here is the tapestry that I'm going to be using today. I got this tapestry at a thrift store probably a couple years ago, and it's huge. It was a huge piece of fabric. And so I'm always super excited to find those things at thrift stores. It's hit or miss, you just never know. And that's what I like about thrift store shopping, is you never know what you're going to find. So I've cut this particular piece down to the width of the back of the book cover, and we're going to make a pocket. Nothing new, nothing super, earth-shattering, but I'm really excited about the little twist that we're going to do with it today. So like I said, I just cut it to the width of the back book cover, and I have not added my eyelets into the back yet. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to just attach this to the back. I know it's nothing new, but it's just so fun to add this element, and I love the pattern mixing that we've got going on here. So I am just going to position this on the back cover, and I think I am going to glue it just to keep it into place. Keep it where I want it to be. So I'm just taking my Fabri-Tac and going along the sides and just making sure that that is secure on there. And I am going to go over the bottom hole here for the eyelet, but that's okay because we can always punch the hole again for the eyelet to go through this tapestry. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to turn this over and going to punch that hole. And this crocodile does go through fabric. It works really well if I can get it in there. And I'm just going to punch that through. And sometimes it does get a little clogged in your crocodile, but that's all right. So that's not a big deal, and you can see the hole right there. So we're going to add our eyelet right along there. And sometimes, with fabric, you gotta kind of push it through there, and then on the back side, make sure that the eyelet is coming all the way through. And this one is, as you can see, let me see if I can get that in the camera right there. You can see that it is coming through the back side of the book cover. So what I'm going to do from there is just punch the eyelet through. What? Not doing it right here. Hold on. And I do need to stand up for this just so that I can get some leverage and just squeeze really hard. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. It's been really hard for me to watch the wildfires in California. It's so devastating, and my heart goes out to everyone there. It just makes me really emotional. So I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Now from here, this is done, right? Well, you know, in the glam junk journal world, it's probably not. I'm probably going to add some trim or glue something else along the top here. I haven't decided what yet, but the little twist that we're going to do on the back of this is we're going to add an additional eyelet, and I'll show you why. It's just so fun. It just adds another element. So I am going to punch another hole through the whole thing again, but I'm going to do it on the top here. Get that through. That was a good one. That one really came out. So I got to make sure that it doesn't pull everything out. And with fabric and your crocodile, sometimes you do have to do a little maneuvering around of the crocodile. So we're going to put that in right along there. So let me get that going here. It's just so gratifying for me to have you guys here with me and to come along in this creative journey here when we're making this ring-bound journal. Now, for some reason, this has given me some fits here, but I know it goes through because the other one did. So you just have to kind of work with it here. So bear with me here. Sometimes the fabric does get in the way. There it goes. I don't know why that was giving me problems here, but we're going to do this again. So I'm going to stand up again and get that one through. And as you can see, they do go all the way through. And so that is just a quick and easy way, but thing to put on your back cover here. And what I thought would be really, really stinking cute is to add a little dangle on the back here. So what I'm going to do is get one of my little dangles out here. Hold on just a second. I had it attached to something else. So I've just taken a couple charms and a bead. So we're just going to put that right through there, if I can see. Get that going right through the hole. And sometimes my fingers don't work the way I want them to. So hold on, I'm going to bring this up to my face here. There we go. Had to get the right angle. And look how cute that is. What an adorable addition, right? Oh, it's just so quick, so fun, and the results are fabulous. And then from here, just put your little ephemera and all the little goodies in the back and another tag along the back there. Look how pretty that is. Now, as you can see, I did use the same tapestry for a little tab at the top of my tag. And I really think that that goes well with the back of the page. So using the same fabric or whatever, you know, you choose for your pocket fabric or tapestry, using the same on a tag kind of brings the whole page together, the whole layout. And I just love the way that came out. So how fun is that? Now, another thing that I thought was really cool with this tapestry is I made these little tabs. How cute is that? I just took the tapestry and folded it in half and put an eyelet in it. Now, that would have been really cute on this, right? Or just attached to the side of a page, and then you could have your little dangle or a ribbon going through there. This little bit adds so much interest to a page, and it's so fun and it's so quick, right? Oh, just love that. So there's another idea for you. So we've got the back for our ring bound journal. Oh, it looks just awesome, 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 awesome. So we're going to continue on and use another piece of tapestry. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to create a hinge for one of our ring bound journal pages. And this right here is another page that I created gluing two of the book pages together, and then I did a little bit of collaging with some authentic French ephemera there, and then a vintage graph page on the back. So this is another page for your journal, and it looks pretty like that, but with the addition of the tapestry, it's going to take it to a whole new level. Now let me show you what I did on this right here. So here is our book cover. So the dimensions of the book cover, what I did is I cut down the pages, probably about, as you can tell, that's got to be about 1/2 inch, something very small. Let me get out my ruler here. Yeah, it's 1/2 inch. So what I did on those two pages is I cut this a little shorter, and I'll show you why. Because we're going to create a hinge for this page to go into your ring bound journal. And for that, I wanted to leave a little bit of extra on the left-hand side so that the hinge can go there instead, if that makes sense. So I didn't want my hinge to go all the way to the end of the page. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. You could do that, but I wanted my page to be out a little bit. And so I'll show you that, what I'm talking about when we put this together. So here's our page again, and I am going to do some marks with our template on the page so that I can see where to put our little tapestry hinges here. Let me get that going here. I'm just going to put a little dot there and a little dot there. Okay, now our hinge, I'm going to create 2 of them, and I don't want them to be sticking way out, like way out here. You follow what I'm saying? Now you could do that, but if you wanted to do that, I would make your book a little shorter. You just want the dimensions of your book page to be towards the end on this left-hand side. So you have to tailor how big your hinge goes past your page by that amount. I hope I'm making sense here. So what I'm saying is right along the top there, I don't want this hinge to stick out more than 1/2 inch. So that's what we're gonna do here. Now these hinges, you can make any size. You can make them really large. What I like for my hinges is to have them be about 2 inches long and about 2 inches wide, because I don't want a really big presence on my page. So I am going to cut this down so it's going to be a square about 2 by 2. And then I'm going to do another one. And I say this a million times, but when a pattern is cut up into a smaller little bit, it takes on a whole new look, and it's so pretty because this is so different than this whole tapestry there, but it's just gorgeous, right? All right, so we're gonna cut another one down like so. And of course, this little bit, gotta use that, right? So I'll definitely save this. So we've got our two little hinges, and I'm gonna fray the edges here, just around, and go around the corners here. And like I said, I would use more of a sturdy fabric rather than a thinner fabric, just to hold the pages better. So I am going to position these right over the center of my holes, and it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, going over the hole. Move that out of the way. And like I said, I want this to stick out about a ½ inch. So what I'm going to do is fold it over and only have about a ½ inch sticking out. So it's going to be a relatively small hinge. I'm going to glue that on the back there, because you want enough room for your eyelet to be able to go through just the fabric, not the page that it's underneath. So I want to make sure that I've left enough right up here for my eyelet. Does that make sense? So I'm not going to put my eyelet through the page, although you could, but for this particular look, I want it off of the page and still in the fabric. So do that. Got a little bit on the other side there, just make sure it's secure. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other fabric here. Put that over my hinge again. And this, not my hinge, my hole right over there. I can see that on the bottom. And that's kind of just a guideline so that I can see, well, what the heck I'm doing. Is that about the right size? Yeah. All right, go right along there. There's one side. I'm gonna go and do the other side here. It just, these add, you know, that extra fun little bit of interest onto the page. It's something different. And you could do a lot of these in your ring bound journal, not just one. I think I'm going to do just one because I've got to tell you, this journal's getting big. Now imagine that. One of my journals is getting fat. Ha! Oh man. And we're not even finished yet, but it's looking really good. I can't wait for it to be finished. All right. So I've glued both ends, right? And we do have enough for our eyelet. I want to make sure that that is glued down because that's what's going to be holding your page into the journal. What am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Blah. But you want to make sure that that is glued securely onto your page. And now we're going to do our eyelets, mark those again. So I'm going to get so that it's in the center, not of this particular page, but I'm looking. I want to make sure it's in the center of my two, as much as possible, my two pieces of tapestry here, my little hinges. So I'm going to get out a little pen here. Mark that one, mark that one. Hopefully I can see it. All right. Let's see, can I see that one? Oh, barely. Barely. Let me see. It's going over a dark piece of the fabric, so it's like, oh, okay, it's right there. All right. So now we're going to get out the crocodile again. Get out all the fabric from the last one. And we're going to do another 2 holes. There's one. See, right like that. There's our hole. I'm going to do another one right over here. And this is going just through the tapestry, not through the page. And this is another reason for the thicker fabric. It's because it's going to hold up better. And I'm going to get those little extras off of there. Is there any little extra fraying little bits of fabric on there? All right, I'm going to do that. Put these guys in there. Oh, this looks so cool. It's fabulous. Oh my gosh. I love this. Love it. All right. Stand up again. All right, now this one I think got funky on me. Sometimes the eyelets do that. No, that's okay. For some reason it wasn't going down here, so let me try that again. Sometimes your eyelets get weird, and so don't get discouraged if it doesn't work exactly right. See, I don't think this one's working right. Let me check it. Nope, it's not. So what I have to do is make sure it wasn't going all the way through. So I want to make sure that it's going all the way through. So let me try that again. And they do have eyelets with longer bases here. But these are just the standard ones. There we go. I think I was doing it upside down. Ah. So there you go. It's all the way through. Okay, so we're gonna do the other one here. Sheesh. All right. Get that one in. Yay. Look how fun that is. Now I can tell on this one it's not glued down all the way because it was kind of moving around. So you just want to make sure that it's secure on there, because that's what is going to actually hold your page in. Make sure it's down. Let's see about the other side. Yeah, the other side looks good. All right. Yay. Look at that. There's another cool thing you can do. And the dimensions are what I was concerned about. But as you can see, the end of the book page lines up on both sides. And so you've got that little extra bit because this page was shorter, and it still fits right into the dimensions of your ring bound journal. So there's another really cool thing. We're going to continue on here. I'm kind of on a roll. So now moving from the tapestry, I thought a really fun and easy addition to your page, remember we created this one in one of the previous videos, is a lace fold up. So what I've done is I've just used a bulldog clip to clip some lace and a little bit of fabric embellishment that I am using, and this polka dotted tool, and just clip it along the top. And how pretty is that? Now you could also glue it or sew it, although I don't have a sewing machine. You could hand sew it. You could attach some more eyelets or some, what do you call those? I don't remember what the word is. Some push pins. What are these things called? Here, hold on a second. These paper fasteners, these little tacks. You could attach them like that. So there's another idea, and I am going to leave this in the journal here. But how fun is that? So adding, you know, just a fabric flip up. Ha, fun. And on this side, what I like to do on my pages is I look at something that we've created already or something that I've done, and I look right along here, and this says to me, I need something on there. So a little lace, some trim, something along the, you know, on the edge here. I just think that that looks so pretty. So, you know, just go through your pages, and when you start creating your pages, your eye will say, hey, I think I need something right there, or, you know, adding trim along the bottom. You could do a belly band, not a belly band, what am I trying to say? A snippet roll along the side here. Take some sari silk and just do a border trim all the way down the side, and I might do that on one of these pages. Just gather some lace along the side like so. It just adds so much to a page. Oh, now thinking of that, I'm on a roll again. One thing leads to another. On this particular page, how pretty would it be to add a tie? And this tie can stay in your journal. Just tie it on the side there, like so. And then you can add all sorts of goodies behind that, right? Oh man, and it's just so much fun. What do I have? I have some little bits right along here. I've got this cute little baby. Remember, I always add her. So simple and so fun. And then you have a tuck on this side too. Oh, I just love that. So those are really fun. And okay, we're continuing on here. I spoke of using some crochet doilies, and I don't know how to crochet. People who do, and knit and that kind of thing, I just think they're fabulous, and I'm always in awe of the beauty that they can create. But I've gotten a lot at thrift stores, and I just love them. So here is the graph paper that is one of the pages. And I mean, really, just this cute little doily, this crocheted doily on the bottom adds such a wonderful touch. Just glue it on one side. You don't have to glue it the whole way around. And then you've got a little tuck spot. So I am going to go ahead and do that right now. And you could also do, you know, little clusters on here. Oh, geez. Oh, the possibilities are endless, you guys. And I always, as you guys know, I love to layer my things. And so with this, just adding that little bit onto my page, keeping the top open right along here. Did I glue too much? No, I didn't. Just spurs my creativity and says, okay, let's put something else right here. I haven't figured that out yet, but how fun is that? I mean, it's so quick. It couldn't be any quicker. So we've got some really fun ideas going right there. So let me see. Oh yeah, the last thing that I wanted to do is one of the larger crochet doilies I found at a thrift store. Look at this. It's just beautiful. I think it's so wonderful. I love this. And so what I thought is you could use this as a page, and you'll see what I'm saying here in just a minute. So here are the dimensions of my book. And let's grab these little pages because these are going in my journal. All right. And so what would be really cool is that as a page. And you're like, well, how does that work as a page? It's just plopped on the top, right? Well, if you look at this doily, there's all these holes, and your rings for your ring-bound journal go right through them. So for example, take my cover here like that. Let me get this in here, hold on. Move my little ephemera over. So for example, this, we're just pretending here. You just stick your ring through one of the holes of your doily. Now what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cut this down to make it more of the width of the page, but when it closes up and opens up, you've got a page, just a little flip. How easy, how beautiful, and it just adds so much. I can't even believe it. Look at that. And I like the way it sticks out of the top and the bottom. I think it's really wonderful. I don't know if it's going to work sticking out of the left-hand side where the rings are. So like I said, I will probably cut those little bits off, and I have all that leftover goodiness. Goodiness, is that what it is? Leftover goodies to use in this journal. So I couldn't be any more pleased with how quick and easy these came together, and they look so pretty. So let's go through it. We've got our page hinge right along the side there. We've got a fabric or lace flip up. Got just a little crochet doily as a corner tuck. And we've got the back page pocket with the little dangle. And we've got our, now see, one thing that we're gonna have to talk about or figure out is, not really figure out, but when we put the ring-bound journal together, they do have these little, you know, the hinge where that ring attaches. I like to leave that on the outside so that when you're flipping your pages, it doesn't get in the way. And that's just a little side note. And we've got our doily page. Now, this is not the way it's going to end up. I'm just kind of doing it as an example here. So we've got our doily page. How fun is all that? And it comes together so quick. And it's just beautiful. It adds so much to your page. So I hope you guys love this. I love this. I am super excited about continuing on. I've got another video idea for the next in the series here, and we're going to be creating some really cute little bits of ephemera to add to our pages. So hang with me, and I will see you very soon, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.